Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Sports Jedi Network. Here we have a special interview with the one and only. Let me bring him in. I'm going to give him his proper introduction. He will be talking about this Thursday night in Minneapolis. They have a prince, but ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the honor to speak with a TNA legend, the King, Frankie Kazarian, joining us. How are you, Mr. Kazarian? Thank you for your time.
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate this.
Hey, let's get right into it. The TNA this Thursday night is, believe it or not, I didn't know that it was the first time in Minneapolis. Seeing the resurgence, being there for the very first time, the Impact Zone, and seeing you there from day one, from '03 to now. What is that significance? You're breaking barriers, and you're there for in the forefront. How Impact is that?
It's cool, man. It's cool to just see the growth. Uh, Not only to see it, but to be a part of it up close since 2003, and to see where we are right now in 2025. Arguably at our most popular. We have a lot of buzz, a lot of momentum. We're putting on great shows. We're breaking attendance records. We're doing a lot of really, really cool things, and including this Thursday, bringing a live Impact for the first time ever into Minnesota, and then television tapings the next day to follow at the Armory. It's cool. I'm very honored and humbled to be a part of this and to be bringing TNA to the masses all over the globe.
Wonderful. I'm. We're definitely going to be watching along. We're going to be cheering you. We're going to be watching everything. Let me ask this. I don't know without giving any details. Is there possible of a King's Court?
There's the King's Speech. Anytime I'm in town, there's always the possibility that I'm going to have something to say, and maybe someone else give somebody else an opportunity to say some stuff on my show, The King's Speech. So let's always be prepared for that. Let's just say that.
Or I definitely can't wait to see who pops up and what you have in store here. Now, let me ask this: you have had such a storied career from your X division. You're to me one of the Mount Rushmores of TNA. Here now in 2025 and beyond, what would you want to accomplish here in TNA currently? I know I kind of have an idea, but I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. What would Frankie Kazarian want to do when this is all said and done?
Like I've said since I returned to TNA in January of 2023, the world title, that's the one title that's eluded me. That's the one goal that I have yet to reach. That's in my crosshairs. I am hell bent on becoming the TNA world champion. And my story will not be told or finished until I get that title. So that is the ultimate goal. In the meantime, and in the in between time, there are other goals and obstacles that come around. But no matter what, that TNA World Title is what I've put all of my effort and energy into achieving.
Great. I can't wait to see where that goes there. And also watching, I was there in person at the UBS Arena. I went from Orlando, Florida to New York to the UBS Arena to support you guys. It was a great time. Saw you at the softball game, had a great time there as well. Um, First and foremost, if you're not on watching on a live watch along, you do a phenomenal job on the commentary. My question is, how proud are you to seeing those big gates? I know ticket sales are going phenomenal for Bound for Glory. I think what almost overpassed 8,000. It's going to surpass the current UBS 76 plus 7600 plus. How proud is that? And what's that a testament to the current management in the locker room of TNA right now?
Well, first of all, thank you for making that journey up to New York to support us, man. It's because of fans like you that we are here, and the fact that you guys travel that distance to see us is really cool to hear. Yeah, everybody, the roster, the incredible roster we have, and the management team we have in place, and the very very hardworking people behind the scenes. Everybody has made this possible. This is Rome was not built in one day, and TNA did not achieve this success in one day. This is all the culmination of a lot of hard work from people you see on camera and people that you don't see. We really, really, truly are a team. We all have the same goal in mind, and when you work hard and you do things right, you treat people the right way, good things happen, and that's really what's happening with TNA. And we've only scratched the surface, and I think we really are as successful as a year as 2025 has been. I think next year we're going to surpass even our own expectations, which is very cool.
I can't wait to see that. I definitely want to see. I want to talk about someone that came back at Slammiversary. You have a lot of history with AJ Styles. Um, could that be something in the works maybe later down the road without giving too much? Would you like an opportunity to get in the ring, wrestle AJ Styles?
I'll say this straight up: AJ has said he wants it. I've said I want it, and I know the fans want it. Um, I think it's a matter of when, not if. We need a few things to happen. We need a couple people to sign off. But I mean, we're talking about we're in the era of a crossover and us doing things with NXT and having this forge this relationship with WWE. That would be the culmination of really what this crossover is all about. AJ Styles with Frankie Kazarian one more time in a TNA ring. I know everybody's all about it. I'm certainly all about it, and we'll just have to stay tuned to see when it happens.
I can't wait to find out. Hopefully, I can't wait for that something in the near close future for us. And speaking about the crossover, how big was it? To me, I popped I'm the same age as you, Mr. Xarian, and seeing that when you showed up at the Performance Center for that Battle Royal at NXT, it was awesome to see you there. I know you had a previous cup of coffee before in the WWE. By the way, I didn't know that you were undefeated in the WWE. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But talk about your experience going back into the NXT Performance Center. I mean, I believe that was the first time in the Performance Center.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool. That was my first time being around any WWE environment in some time, and they could not have treated me better. They really rolled out the red carpet for me. The professionalism was amazing. I had some great conversations with with Shawn Michaels, who's in charge that day, who I grew up being a massive fan of. So that was very cool. And as far as the PC, it was my first time there, seeing the facility. It was breathtaking. Just those young men and women. I hope they realize how good they have it, because those are some top state of the art facilities. And seeing a bunch of old friends, guys I haven't seen. Matt Bloom is an old Kowalski buddy of mine, and Norman Smiley and Steve Carino, and seeing Booker T again. There's all these guys that I haven't seen in a long time. I know everybody there, so it was really cool. And they were very welcoming. I felt at home there. And that was kind of like the real kickoff of this crossover relationship. It was just a real, real good day at the office.
Awesome. That was again. I really had an awesome time seeing you in that battle royal. Just coming out, hearing your music, seeing you that entrance. It was a great scene. Seeing that, and it was a nice moment for us as a fan and watching. Watching your career, day one TNA guy, and just continue to wave that flag. It's a pleasure always to keep an eye on watching your career and where it continues to go and where it continues to develop. Just like TNA resurgence, it keeps resurging, reinventing, and hotter than ever. I mean, my God. I mean, again, Minnesota may have a prince, but tonight, tomorrow, they're gonna have a king. So that's a great thing about it.
That's
And
it.
let me ask this before I let you go here. As a goal, as the whole entire TNA locker room get rallies around each other. And I see from Carlos Silver giving the MVP awards out with the hat and recognizing all those talents. How big and as important is that for you, seeing as a veteran from seeing all the ups and downs, the high tides and low tides with the company, and seeing where it is now? How significant is that to you, for you?
It's cool to just management and that type of thing is something that fans don't really ever get to see, but it's so crucial and important. And TNA is right now. I think we're in a really good place with Carlos Silva and his team and what he brings to the table. I know Carlos is a hustler, man. He gets out there. If he wants something, he goes after it, and he's been very transparent with us, which is really cool and important in this business. He's been honest with us, and he's been a leader. He's really stepped up, and his crew works very hard, just like all of us. So, yeah, it is important. They've been very honest with what their goals are, and those goals are right in line with where we want the company to go. So everybody being on the same page is important, and I think that's why we are reaping the benefits of that now, and why we continue to have the success we do.
Love that. And my final question, Mr. Kazarian, if you were to speak to a younger Frankie Kazarian with the knowledge and the wisdom that you have, what would you tell that young man, maybe 20 years ago when he was coming out of what's it, Massachusetts with the Kowalskis?
Yeah.
What would you tell that young man?
Stay the course. You're going to get knocked down a lot. You have to get up every time. Listen twice as much as you hear. And never doubt yourself. Trust your instincts. Trust yourself, and always bet on yourself. Because if you do, you're never going to lose.
Awesome. And that's something you could probably share to some of the young guys in the locker room, young men and women, because there's a lot of young men and women in that locker room as well.
100%. Yeah, they learn from my failures. Let my failures be your victories. Because the reason most successful people have failed more than the unsuccessful person has even tried. And I know I've had my share of failures, but because of that, I've had a lot of victories too. And I'm happy to share that with anybody that's willing to ask for my knowledge or any amount of my time.
Awesome. And my final thing, one of these days, I'm virtually going to, well, one of these days I'm going to see you, but today I'm going to virtually hand you a cigar because I know you're a big cigar and also a
Hell
bass
yeah.
player. So one of these days we'll smoke one of these. We'll get some Rocky Patel platinums and we'll have one of these meet and
Okay.
greets.
Yeah.
And so definitely and appreciate it, Mr. Kazarian. Thank you for your time. I know you have busy. You're running with a lot of schedules, so I thank you. We'll be watching TNA Impact. We're going to be watching Victory Road, Bound for Glory, and you got the Sports Jedi Network. Always supports TNA 1,000%. And again, thank you for your time and good luck. And thank you once again. That is Mr. Frankie Kazarian joining us here on the Sports Jedi Network. We appreciate it.